Going on, everybody. 1 month later here, we're back. WandaVision is done, and we're starting Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And we're also going to be talking about Justice League, Zack Snyder's original vision. We're all here. Carlo is going to start us off. Go ahead.
All right, so here are my opening thoughts for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I give it 2 thumbs up. It starts off with an action-packed scene with my favorite MCU Avenger, my man, Sam Wilson. He's kicking ass in the airplane, things are flying, stuff is blowing up, lasers are getting shot. It's like, wow, like all this adrenaline. I'm pumped, I'm hyped, I want to fly around my living room. It's just exciting. So it starts off great, and then we have the War Machine make a cameo appearance, which I think he was just there just to show, like, look, we can afford Don Cheadle on our show, because they kept on focusing on his face. It's like, I don't like Don Cheadle's face. If it was Terrence Howard, he would be awesome War Machine. I would have said, yeah, that's War Machine. But it's like, it's War Machine. Who cares? Like, it's Don Cheadle. No offense to Don Cheadle. He's an amazing actor, but he's not a good War Machine. He's like a little older, kind of scrawny, not cool. He's not a cool War Machine. So why are you showing him off? Why are you showing him on Don Cheadle's face? So after that, you have them at the bank with a loan. And earlier we were talking about, you know what? This is something we never think about. Do they have jobs, or do they wait in the corner and just get money? What are they doing to get money? So that's an interesting subject to talk about, to like see. I know, like, we don't want like serious topics in our comic books, because we want to enjoy comic books and just the action scenes and things like that. But sometimes you just gotta sit back and really think about. So I'm kind of going to sidetrack just a little bit, but if it was something that you cared about, you'd be like, oh yeah, I'm glad that this was mentioned. But if you're not something that you're adamant about, it's like, oh, I want my comic books to stay fun, and this topic shouldn't be brought up. Why are they forcing it? So yeah, it's a topic that should be discussed about, like, income equality and all that good stuff. But it's just good to think about these things. It's not just all action, fun and games. Let me see what else. So at the end, we have this. The shield. So the shield is something sacred. It's like Wolverine's claws or something like special. Like, you just don't pass them around. But Sam Wilson, that's Captain America's right-hand man. So it makes sense for Sam Wilson to like throw it around and have fun with it. But why are they give it to this new guy that has no business having it? So that's like, it builds up like that villain feeling. Like, who the hell is this guy having the shield? He shouldn't be having it. It should either go back to Wakanda or in Sam Wilson's closet or something, but not this guy. Moving you up.
Yeah, well, I wasn't a big fan of the episode that we watched. On Friday it dropped, and action-packed. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Earlier on in WandaVision, we were talking about how it looks action-packed. It was action-packed. It was, I don't know, like, of course, maybe I missed a few points, but it's cool to know that Falcon kills, whether it's a good or bad guy, doesn't matter. Like, when he's on the mission, he does kill. At any means, he's getting the job done. So that's like a new fact that you learn, that this Falcon actually kills. I don't know if that ever happened before. I don't know, man. Like, as far as the first episode went, the shield don't belong to the Smithsonian. It's some white people museum. It don't belong there. It belongs to Wakanda or to the person that it was gifted to, because that's just the code of vibranium, I assume. Of course, I can be completely wrong about this. I just felt like that was completely wrong. It was cool to know that, like, he kind of kept it, but it's kind of like, flaw, like, oh, thanks for returning it to this rightful place. You did the right thing. Like, what's the right thing? Like, him keeping it would have been the right thing. Him returning it to Wakanda, what right thing? Or whatever. You know what I mean? So I just didn't like it. Like Carlos said, they already have like a side agenda going on. Like, oh yeah, like, oh, you brought the shield back. You know what I mean? As far as that goes, I saw him with his little techie device, little fly bird looking thing. Super lame. Nobody touches it. If the IT guys touch it, he glitches out. All right, bro. Big deal. Whatever. And his little crew that he was with in Tunisia, like, I don't know, man. They were just like out in public. The guys walking up, Avengers. Like, I feel like you can just get blown up if like people are just walking up to you saying Avenger, and you're in civilian. You know what I mean? Like, very unrealistic. Like, they're on a mission and they're getting spotted in public, just chilling, and they're like identified. Like, I didn't like that. I mean, I don't know where they're going with that, but I guess I'll see. Winter Soldier, I was like, oh snap, he got his mask on. What the hell is this? He has a star on his arm again? I was just like, it can't be like, and it was like, oh shit, it's a fucking dream. Like, you having a nightmare. Ugh. So it was cool to see like Winter Soldier again, like in his little flashbacks. But I didn't like the little, he got a pardon. Okay, I can understand that. You're Captain America's BFF. So, you know what I'm saying? They gonna pardon. That's what Trump did. He pardoned everybody, all his little buddies. So he got a pardon, even though he shouldn't. I mean, he killed Tony Stark's family. Like, come on, bro. Like, you don't just get pardoned for that.
And I'm just saying.
Oh, bro, the government locked Carlo out. But I'm just joking. I didn't like he's in a little like therapy. The filming felt like one of those, and this not in a bad way because people love these shows, like one of those police shows, like I said on CBS, and no disrespect to CBS, but like First 48 or something. It felt very policey, like very like police, like kind of like, I don't know. But overall, I want to give the rating of the show a 2.5 out of 10 because I feel like they missed a lot of marks. Like, I don't like the flag guys. I don't like their whole little spiel. I enjoyed my favorite scene was when they were like flying in the little squirrel suits. And I find it amazing that the squirrel suits are more effective than his wings. I mean, they were kicking his ass in the squirrel suits. But that's all of the ranting that I'm going to be doing for Winter Soldier and Falcon. And by the way, I thought Winter Falcon was a lot better name than The Falcon and The Winter Soldier. But that's it. I'm going to pass it along to Carlos.
Dude, so complete opposite feeling for me. I thought that it was actually an extremely strong debut episode. And I think that it tackles a lot of the things regarding Falcon and the Winter Soldier that have never been touched on in the movies. And the fact that Sebastian Stan and Mackie were able to have the opportunity to really stretch their acting abilities, I thought that was amazing. And that's what I've enjoyed so far about the Marvel shows. Kind of like with Wanda, Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany were able to really show the range that they can have with these characters, and I'm excited that we're seeing that with Winter Soldier and the Falcon. As far as the Winter Soldier getting a pardon, but Bucky getting a pardon and having to go to therapy, I think that that's extremely believable, and I don't think that it's dumb that he was pardoned, regardless of all of the crimes that he committed. Because at the end of the day, he was under the influence of Hydra. None of what he did was, through his own volition. And at the end of the day, when he was finally freed from their, control, he turned into a hero, the hero that he's naturally always been. And he helped defend against the biggest alien invasion that the Earth has ever seen, man. I mean, You
I
know,
just want to stop you there. I don't think that you're saying that Bucky in any way, shape, or form helped out against Thanos.
bro,
Sorry.
bro. When they were in Wakanda, he was there.
Bro.
He was there fighting against the Chitauri. Just like all of the Wakanda
machine gun. What's the machine gun going to do against Infinity Gloves? Like, I'm sorry, Carlos.
We're not talking about him against Thanos. We're talking about the fact that he was there to defend against the alien invasion.
Shit, we would have been there to defend against the alien invasion if they happened. Come on, man. Like,
no, we wouldn't have.
But then where were you? Where were you? It happened.
Life. Anyways,
Sorry, Carlos.
Anyways, so that to me makes perfect sense. And the exploration of the demons that Bucky is grappling against and he's fighting against, they make perfect sense. Like he mentioned in the scene when he was in therapy, saying that he spent his life going from battle to battle, from war to war, and now being fully free of Hydra's control, having these nightmares and dealing with the things that he's dealt with, that can fuck you up. And I think that Bucky's inherent nature, that he was a good guy and that he wants to be a good guy, having to grapple with all of these murders that he committed, I think that it's a great explanation of what he's going to be challenging with, what the challenges that he's going to be facing are going to be, and this idea of self-worth and how can you forgive yourself or at least be able to move on and continue being a hero. So I enjoyed like all of that. And then when it comes to Falcon, I thought that it was a great idea to explore. Well, what are these heroes that are not Tony Stark, that are not Thor, that don't really deal with everyday issues or everyday money issues? I thought that was a great thing to explore, and to me, it allows you to connect more to the heroes that aren't, at least on the big grand scale, kind of like again Iron Man, Thor, Natasha even Natasha being a spy, or the Guardian of the Galaxy being out in space. You get to really connect with Falcon and see what civilian life is like, and that exploration of him and his family. I don't think we've really seen much of that in the MCU, and I personally enjoyed it. As far as the villains, the Flag Smashers, I think that the idea of them, believing that the world was better when the blip occurred, I think that's something that is awesome to explore. Because in comic books, whenever there's a big event that happens and there's destruction on a grand scale, we never focus on the civilians or the people or the after effects of what happens. In the comic books, we go from one event to another. And the fact that this show is addressing, and not just this show, but also like the WandaVision, that they take place after the blip and they reference the blip, that's an amazing, cohesive thing to incorporate into this universe. Because it really makes you feel even more like the MCU definitely is an interconnected universe. But going back to the fact that the Flag Smashers, believe that the world was better during the time of the blip, and that they believe in a nation, without borders. Those are not concepts that are, I think, foreign, even in today's world, and even before this idea of like anarchy and what people had to deal with during the blip, and what the world was like, during those times, and the people that were gone for 5 years and then coming back into that world, and the whole world, shifting and being thrown into disarray. Those are great concepts to explore, and I think is unique, and that I haven't really seen another superhero show. So I enjoyed that a lot, and I think that that's going to add to the overall tension, the overall conflict of what Winter Soldier is, and of what Falcon and the Winter Soldier is going to explore. So that's why I personally like the idea of the Flag Smashers right now. And I also really enjoyed that both Bucky and Falcon and Sam are going to be grappling with this idea of, am I worthy enough to take up the legacy of Captain America? Because we've seen that in the comic books, and I think that it's going to really be able to help further their character development. And as far as the cinematography and the directing, the first 10-15 minutes of this show were the best display of what the Falcon can really do and how much of a badass he can be. Ever since the Falcon was introduced, and the fact that we're getting this in what's supposed to be a TV show, that was fucking impressive. And I think that it sets the bar high on what can really be done and the kind of production value that should be placed on certain TV shows. And it felt like you were watching a Marvel movie, but that you're going to be able to just really dive into character exploration. So, anyways, those are the things that I enjoyed about the show, and I think that there's a lot of potential to set up the further development of both Sam and what I got. Manny, what you got?
I mean, I don't really have a huge opinion on this show yet. I am surprised that it's only going to be 6 episodes. That really shook me. So. Yeah, exactly. I just saw that.
But they're longer though.
They are longer.
40 minutes.
Barely. But either way, I was just like, I mean, that's cool, I guess, because then I am more excited about Loki, so faster that can get here, the better. Talking about the opening scene with him, like really showcasing his skills, I did like that, but at one point I did pause it. I looked over to my wife and I was just like, I refuse, in this world of superheroes and stuff, I refuse to believe that Falcon has a Red Wing, his Red Wing, that he can just say, hey, go get that guy off our ass. Like an AI that knows exactly what he means by go get this guy off our ass. When I'm talking to Siri and I say, put the volume down, and it just says, yeah, okay, cool, and it doesn't do it. I was just like, there's no way that that he could just say that, and Red Wing responds beautifully. And
wait,
Fisto.
Vision.
That's the Fisto.
But Vision, hold on.
Ultron.
But Vision can be roaming around talking about the ship of Theseus.
yes,
That's your boy, Carlos. That's your boy. I don't know. You love WandaVision. Every episode was 10 out of 10.
absolutely.
I'm not criticizing WandaVision.
Absolutely, there can be a gamma-radiated human being who becomes a Green Hulk. There can be Iron Man who talks with Jarvis. There could be all this different stuff, but Falcon having an AI with Red Wing that can listen to him perfectly, I don't believe it. I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
But I mean, either way, moving past that, it was still pretty good. I did like the whole scene with him at saying he's not he's not Captain America, and he's not going to be taking that mantle. I thought that was pretty different. Like I really thought that he would immediately go in there and change his suit to have the stars, the red, white, and blue. I did not. I just assumed that they would do that. I didn't think that he would immediately say, no, I don't want to do this. It's not my place, blah, blah. It makes me mad that guy came up to him afterwards and was like, yeah, you did the right thing. And then immediately just turns around and gives it to some nobody like that. Like, I agree with Carlo. That's not okay. And especially this guy looks so weak. This guy looks nothing heroic. There's nothing heroic about this guy at the end at all. But it is what it is. I hope they didn't give him any kind of like serum. I don't really know much. Is he gonna? Do you guys think that he's gonna be a U.S. agent or whatever?
I think I'm pretty sure that's what that's supposed to be. Like he is gonna be U.S. agent.
Well, he doesn't look like a villain either.
Probably.
But I did like. I'm surprised you guys haven't talked about this, but I did like the whole relationship with Bucky and that old man. I forgot his name already. Yori. So when they were at the bar together, I had to pause it because my wife again. She was like, "Why is he hanging? I need you to explain to me why this guy is hanging out with this old Asian guy." And I'm like, well, I'm gonna need to watch the rest of the episode to find out myself, because I don't understand it either. I did tell her, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's because Bucky is technically he's over 100 something years old, so he's not gonna be able to relate to anybody else but this guy. And then at the same time, that's when Yori was kind of like setting him up with a date and stuff, and I was like, that's kind of weird too. You look like you're 30 plus whatever, but you are 100 plus years old and you're dating this 25, 30-year-old. That's kind of weird personally, to just think about. But he kind of has to. He has to move on. So that there was that, and like, I was thinking that he's hanging out with Yuri more of a, I can relate to him more. This guy is like 90 something years old. I can relate to him.
And like Cap hanging out at the VA place, and then hanging out with older people.
Yeah, exactly, because they know what he's talking about, or exactly. And man, but when I realized, when he was like talking about his boy, he always starts talking about his son. When I realized the connection, I was like, oh no, like no, don't do that, don't. It's gonna suck. That kind of. I was like, I'm ready for the waterworks to start coming. They didn't get there. They didn't push it too much. So I appreciate that. Yeah, not yet. I do wish that this first episode had more of Sam and Bucky, because I am looking forward to that dynamic, and unfortunately they did not meet up at all. So that sucks. But like you said, I do like the whole, where do they make their money? You would expect that if he's a hero and people know that he's a hero, you would think that the rules that apply to normal human beings, normal citizens, don't really apply to someone who just saved your life, saved your way of life. Even if they didn't save you directly, he is protecting you in some way.
I'm walking in Publix, Target, and grabbing whatever I want, and just
hey, you don't got that superhero discount? What's going on? Where's my 15%? Like the fact that the banker knows who he is and kept saying like, "Hey, let's take a picture," blah blah blah, and then in the end it's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna find." That's really messed up. I don't understand that.
You might die in the next saving the world.
Right?
That's straight up.
Exactly. It's like, oh man, this bank didn't make it. I'm sorry.
You might owe $100,000 and go save the world and die. Who cares about the world being saved? You owe the bank $100,000.
I will say, I did at first suspect that guy that he was chilling with, eating some breakfast or whatever, when he was fixing Red Wing. I suspected him to be a bad guy.
Oh, really? Yes.
But when he got kicked in the head, man, I was like, oh no, he's good, he's fine, he's all right, he's taking some hits.
Kind of turn him into the bad guy,
right. That's the switch. That was pretty badass of him, honestly, to go in there and pretend to be part of the whatever terrorist group organization and go with it. Very brave of him to see that guy just throw someone several feet away and then still be like, hey, I'm gonna go up with you. No. If I see something like that, I'm like, yeah, I didn't see nothing. I'm going this way. I'm not gonna get punched I'm not gonna get kicked in the head by this guy who's got some super strength. But they did present a lot of good notes to follow up on. So I am excited to watch the next episode. Definitely a lot more action than WandaVision, right? But I liked it. I if I had to rate it, I would say 7. 7's keeping me going. I'm gonna watch it again. But Matt agrees with my 7, maybe 7 plus. What do you think?
Well, I think firstly we've done the right thing of leaving best review to last, and that's Zack Snyder's Justice League. That's the smartest thing we've done right there. Pardon me. I enjoyed that the first 10-15 minutes felt like a traditional MCU film. The whole action pack, bang, grab, and then obviously like my sex life just kind of died off straight away. But I like how little joke there goes. I like that GSP, my boy, he's still alive and kicking. Hey, I looked at his name because I'm not that smart when it comes to the Marvel characters, but Batroc the Leaper is what his name is, and he was from the Winter Soldier. If you remember that, when they go take over the ship. But I was just good because I was a massive GSP fan when I was a bit younger. Setting up character development a lot better in this episode than what I think they've done with WandaVision. WandaVision, it took a bit, 5 episodes to start development and understanding. Like, I love how you're getting a look at the Falcon, how financially, like, we used to see all these billionaires, millionaires having all their money and being able to fund their lives. But then there's those, middle class, lower class heroes that don't. But like you guys were saying, like, fuck, how do these guys save the world and just be making money? Well, fucking sport athletes get fucking sponsorships. Why can't these guys get fucking sponsorships from Nike or Adidas or Under Armour? I'm calling you out, Nike, Under Armour, Adidas. Fucking, you sponsor athletes that somebody do naughty things, and these guys save the world.
I was gonna say secret identities, but everybody knows who they are, really. In the MCU.
That's why the boys. That's why the boys is realistic as hell.
Then, like, the bank, for example, the bank, I would have been like, listen, mate, 100%, we'll give you your loan. Can you do a commercial ad for us and be the face of our bank? Right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure they could come to some kind of agreement, some kind of deal. I know that it's a fucking TV show. We need to drag out emotions. We need to drag that. But that's how I think. And when I watch shows like this, I'm thinking, come on, man. Like, if I can think of that, and I'm like, I'll go grab my school reports. I was an F fucking student, I wasn't a smart cookie at school. But if I can think of, hang on, dude, why can't you just say, listen, I'll give you your money for the bank. Can you just be the face of our bank? We'll pay you to be the face of our bank. Come to this bank because Falcon, loans with us. I'm sure I'll go there. With an exclusive Falcon credit card. Fuck, I'll go there. No
We're
worries.
stealing Falcon's money.
A little action figure.
A little action figure, you know what I mean? Surely they could work out a deal instead of just saying, hey, yep, see you later, give me a photo, fuck off. But, it's a TV show, you've got to drag it out, got to do what they've got to do. Bucky, I like how, Bucky's trying to deal with the shit that he's done in the past and trying to discover who he is now. Because obviously he's got the demons. We all have demons. We all fight these demons. And, I believe them to eventually going to, maybe the next episode, connect because they're obviously going to both see that this new Captain America guy's out and they're going to both crack the shits and be like, hey, let's go get this fucker and say you don't deserve to be him. This Yuri guy, now, I don't know, like, again, because I'm not too smart when it comes to Marvel, the picture, was that like Yuri's son? Or...
Yeah, so in the very beginning, when...
he's dreaming about his Winter Soldier.
Yeah, when Bucky has that nightmare where he's like Winter Soldier and he goes in and like fucks everybody up, and then you remember the guy that was like struggling with the keys to get in the room?
And he kills him. I was going to say, my theory is that Bucky killed that guy. So he did kill that guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's why I had to ask, because, like, I might have been looking at my phone taking notes then, and I didn't see that scene.
You guys
think myself.
Yeah, I was about to say, you guys heard it here first.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that you guys heard it here first. That was his son. Matt said it first.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Like,
that's what I was asking first. I was gonna start because I obviously missed that scene. When I was writing notes, I was gonna say, was that his son? And that's how these two are gonna connect. He's gonna turn around and say, "I forgive you for killing my son," and then he's gonna stop having nightmares and all this shit. Because hey, one thing Marvel does, they pardon all their fucking characters, mate. Black Widow goes and fucking kills people as an assassin bitch. You know what I mean? Like, but and we just pardon her. We'll pardon Wanda for taking over what she done, what she did. We'll pardon her. That's why she's a Marvel hero.
Absolutely, you should pardon Wanda every time.
Yeah. And we'll pardon Bucky. He went and killed people, but hey, who's brainwashed? You know what I mean? Like shit. And hey, Sam Wilson, we'll just blow people out of the fucking plane. Hey. My DC boys don't. They're all heroes, mate. They make sure everyone lives.
We can't go to Libya. We can blow the world up, but don't go to Libya.
He was working on behalf of the government, like that.
I think you're a hero. You don't kill people. Simple
he's
as
not
that.
being pardoned, but no. I'm saying that he's not being pardoned because he was never he was never being charged to begin with.
Wow.
I don't want to skip forward too much, but you're saying DC don't kill people. We're gonna talk about this, but I'm pretty sure it's Steppenwolf Steppenwolf didn't survive that movie, man. just
He's an alien. He doesn't count.
Technically, his own master killed him. Darcy killed him because when it came through the portal, he was still like.
He had a head cut off.
Wait for Snyder Cut in a sec. I've only got 2 more points, then we'll go to the Snyder Cut. The flag smashers.
No, and I gotta cut in. And technically, we're talking about not killing the epitome and the holiness of superheroes. I'm just saying, another character that didn't survive.
Superman, yes, he races the Zod. Zod is an alien.
Manny, do you remember Zod surviving?
No, I knew he was
surviving. I'm just.
He was a Kryptonian, he wasn't a fucking human. I'm talking human beings.
I'm pretty sure that Batman. And I'm pretty sure that Batman murked like 15 guys.
He's burning people.
The flag smashers. The flag smashers, the flag grabbers, capture the flag, Call of Duty, whatever you want to fucking call them. Obviously going to be just the side pot. I think eventually Zemo, when he comes into it, he might take over them or have help with them. I don't know, but I feel they're going to be more of the side story. I think Zemo's going to come in. Now you're saying the 6th episode. Shit, I think he might come in like the 5th episode. I don't think he's going to be straight away. I think they're going to tee him up for something else. But then the part that obviously everyone is like fuming about, and I think, I don't know if you guys noticed it, but I did. You know, when they gave up the shield and they gave this toothpick guy, I don't know how the hell they picked him. Like he's the smallest. He's the size of Manny's right bicep, which is very small. I don't know why why you put him in there. But did you know he had a side piece? He actually had a side piece on.
I didn't see that. Huh.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty confident. Viewers, if you're watching this and I'm wrong, let me know. I'm pretty sure he had a side piece, so I'm thinking that ain't right, man. Captain America shouldn't be carrying a side piece. Yeah. Like I know in the army he did back in the, you know, when he was the army guy, but still, I just.
Why is hard out hitting these streets? Capital getting overrun. Capital getting overrun. This Captain America going crap.
Well, the thing is, like, having a side piece tells me he's got no fucking powers. Because if he had, like, human strength or whatever, he wouldn't have a side piece.
Because you have a side piece, you don't have superhuman powers?
Cowards hide behind guns.
You know what?
Cowards. Real men are like me, mate. They fight with their fists, mate. Which you're going to know soon. You'll know when we have our celebrity boxing match.
Who's the man?
But, lastly, Sam and Bucky obviously are going to want to... He's off. See you later. Sam and Bucky obviously want to be Captain America. I think they're going to both say... I reckon eventually they've taken this to heart. They're going to be pissed off. And I think it's not going to be about them, you know, like no one should be Captain America. I think they're both going to want to be Captain America now because they've been insulted. I could be wrong, but this is my little theory. I think they're going to join together and say, you know, let's do this. Maybe they'll both be Captain America. I'm not too sure. Like I said, like in our last thing we done the predictions. I hope Bucky is Captain America because I like Falcon as his character himself. Can't say because of your background shit. So yeah, so go back to production school, mate. Not working. So I think I would rather have Falcon just stay Falcon and Bucky become Captain America. But yeah, that's my thoughts. I'll give the episode because I did not like when I go check my Facebook and Instagram while I'm watching shows. I'm kind of not that interested, and I did check Facebook and Instagram a fair bit watching this show. So you know, after 15 minutes, like after the first 15 minutes, I was like, you know, glued to the screen. But yeah, I'm not going to go as bad as WandaVision and give it a 3. I'm going to give it maybe a 4.5, maybe a 4.5. I'm not going to say 5. I'm going to say 4.5. I'm going to give it room to breathe. I'm not going to be like Carlos and be like 10, and then 2 weeks later say fucking 7, fuck this shit, fuck that shit. I'm going to go
Carlos, don't listen to him. I've officially
the best thing about this, the best thing is
that is
I
the
can talk
biggest
shit
fanboy.
because I can talk shit because I'm in Australia and people are all in America and they ain't going to come to me. If I was in America, they could probably get me, but they ain't going to get me here in Australia. So I'm surrounded by the seas and I'm safe. And that's my review.
Listen. WandaVision episode 1. I want to say, for the most part, all of you shitted on it.
No. 10 out of 10.
The first episode?
I loved it.
I went back on what I said. I told you, by God's name, I go back on what I say with my hand up.
I said I'll probably be eating my words at the fucking end of it. I did. When I gave a shit review, I said I'll be eating my words.
After I championed it, and I'm just saying, I think the same thing is gonna happen with this show. The same way that I felt that WandaVision was gonna take a certain direction, and that it was all gonna like come together and make sense. The themes that episode 1 is setting up, I think once they're fully explored, the payoff is gonna be really good, personally. And I had called in WandaVision that by the end of the episode, Matt was gonna at least get close to a 9, and it happened. I'm calling it. By the end of this show, Nuno's favorite Avenger, Nuno's favorite Avengers duo team it's probably gonna be Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm just saying. And by the end of it, Matt's gonna be giving this the show in its entirety a good 8 to 8.5.
Oh, 100% I will. Once Zemo comes in and action picks up, 100%. 100%.
Demo.
I liked it. I gave it, like I said, I'm going to give it a 4.5 because I want to give it to room to breathe. I just feel that it's just give it one more episode, and I reckon, because if it's 6 episodes, give it one more episode, and I feel that I'll be bumping it up till 7. I can tell you that. I always give out the first episode's fucking shit ratings, man. Always.
I do want to bring up a point that I forgot to mention was when they were at the bank trying to get money and stuff. I do feel for Sam's sister. Like, I would be truly annoyed. This guy is a hero, blah blah, and he's gonna come in here. I've been working my ass off. I've been keeping this restaurant, whatever, afloat. I've been doing it, and you want to come in here and be the hero? That really, like, I can definitely relate to that. That I would be annoyed with my brother if he tried to just come in and save the day and then be like, hey, I did everything. No, that would piss me off. There was something else I forgot, but either way, any other final thoughts y'all want to give on this?
But just double check if he was wearing a side piece. If one of you watch it again.
Yes, I will actually.
Right, I might even just fast forward right to the end. I'm pretty sure he had a side piece on him.
That is interesting because I didn't catch that, but yeah, I wouldn't like that either. I wouldn't like that.
I was looking at his butt.
I want to defend Red Wing, so I'm going to Robin.
Just to give you guys some context, Carlo is a number one. Falcon is his number one hero. So here we go.
So with the advancements in machine learning and artificial intelligence, there's these things called decision trees and predictive learning and all these things. So if you can make a car self-drive. School Manny.
Yeah, school. Manny with the computer science degree.
Like you don't understand how in depth.
Nah, yo, you don't understand, Manny. You don't understand, Manny.
Nah, listen. I think what Manny said is basically Falcon was like, "Hey, pop a cap in his ass," and it literally popped a cap in his ass. Like, it literally understood what his lingo and what the terms were. I don't think that the computer would be able to pop a cap in his ass.
Hang on. No. I'm pretty sure, right? And I know you know what I'm talking about. I'm pretty sure they got those fucking robot sex toys that you can talk to, and they actually talk back to you. So
how you know, Playboy?
Because I got it from the same place. I got it from
How you know?
I'm just saying. Carlo does have a point.
Matt, you putting this out live.
Carlo does have a point. Manny with the computer science degree has no idea about logic trees and all that stuff about predictability. I'm just saying.
Have you ever thought maybe Siri, when you talk to Siri, it just doesn't want to listen to you, maybe? You ever thought that? It knows what you're saying, she just doesn't want to listen to you?
I have thought about that because, whenever Ashley does her thing, it listens perfectly every single time. Whenever I say it, it says, shut the fuck up, man. So you may have a point, Carlo. I mean, Red Wing might be sophisticated. I'm just saying, he's not as sophisticated as the Iron Man suit, as Vision itself. It's just a little bird that he needs to fix after every mission. Okay, I don't see it. I don't see it.
By machine gun, and it probably just needed some fuel or something. But
probably needed some fuel, but it was all taken apart and walked tires.
The point is, it's Stark level technology. It's so
So he's
advanced.
preparing after every
That
mission.
is true. That is true. It is Stark level. I didn't give it that thought.